Every time I travel through Morocco, something inside me settles. There is something about being on the move, loading up to the vastness of the ocean, the rhythm of the waves, and the warmth of the wind that forces me out of my racing mind and right back into the present moment. Today, I want to talk to you about the concept that changed everything for me, creating space. I live in a world, we all do, that constantly demands my attention, my reaction, and my energy. For so long, I carried all stories, past mistakes, future worries, and heavy expectations. But to truly become the person I have always known I am deeply inside, I have to create a space in my mind on a regular basis. I cannot pour fresh water into a glass that is already overflown with stale energy. Creating space is where my transformation actually began. Look at these moments right here, capturing beautiful pictures and just existing. Along the way, I also crossed paths with beautiful souls and open-hearted people who reminded me of the warmth, connection, and goodness present in the world. For a long time, I felt like I had to force my life into place. I used to rush, control, stress, and try to dictate every single outcome. But true alignment came where I learned to drop into my feminine side, into flow, movement, and true permission. Tapping into my feminine energy isn't about passive waiting. It's about allowing. It's about creating a safe space within myself to feel every single shade of my emotional spectrum. As a woman, I experience deep emotions. Being a woman means honoring all of it for myself. My radiance, my softness, my joy, but also my quiet, messy, and imperfect moments. Sometimes I am bursting with light, and other times I am sitting quietly, contemplating, holding space for my own sadness or deep reflection. And I have learned that is completely okay. Being myself doesn't mean I'm always healed or perfectly happy. It means giving myself unconditional permission to just be. I don't have to fix every emotion the second it arises in me. I just have to make room for it, let the energy flow through me without resistance, and release the tension holding me back. When I embrace every part of my emotional landscape, I stop fighting who I am and step fully into my authentic feminine power. I want to be real with you, and I want to get real about how our minds operate. So many of us try to manifest a new reality, but we try to do it from the past or the future. But I think about this deeply. In fact, the past and the future doesn't exist. My past is simply a memory trace in my brain. My future is an imaginary projection that hasn't happened yet. Neither of them holds actual life. My life is only happening right now, in this very brief. If I'm constantly living in memories of what was, or anxiety over what will be, I literally lose access to myself. I get disconnected from my power. And when I'm disconnected from myself, I give away my ability to choose. I cannot select a new life if I am mentally absent from the only moment where choosing actually exists, the present. Coming back to myself isn't a one-time event. It's my daily practice of pulling my awareness back into my body. Right here, right now, of course. Creating space for the new possibilities. I want to remind you that you are your own individual self that is deciding from the present moment to the other moment. If you don't do this on a regular basis, you need to know that the program does it for you. But God Almighty gave us the free will. But to choose and to be, you need to know who you are. And you need to know that you can. To access that power within you, you need to come back to yourself from the present moment. If you live in the past or in the future, you don't have the access to yourself, and therefore you are preventing yourself from choosing. The past and the future doesn't exist. Therefore, if you live in that reality, you are not in yourself. Here is something crucial. I always remind myself, we all have our own unique soul path. But God Almighty gave us free will. Free will means I get to decide. I get to select who I want to be from one moment to the next. But if I'm not consciously choosing, if I'm not actively sitting in the driver's seats of my own mind, then a program is doing it for me. What is the program? It's the subconscious beliefs I picked up from my childhood, society, past, and old failures. If I don't clear the space on a regular basis, my mind defaults to running the exact same old stories on repeat. I wake up, think the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, make the same choices, and end up with the same life. To break the cycle and claim my free will, I need to know two things. First, I need to know who I am. Second, I need to know that I can. I'm not my past mistakes. I'm not my old habits. I am an individual soul created with potential, capable of selecting a completely new timeline the second I decide to take radical responsibility. Yes, taking responsibility for my life isn't a burden. Trust me, it's my ultimate freedom. When I stop blaming circumstances and disregard everything that no longer serves my spirit, I take my power back. I become the creator of my experiences rather than the victim of my conditioning. When I intentionally create space by clearing out negative energy, letting go of stress, and releasing the need to control everything, I naturally invite the new, fresh opportunities, new energy, loving connections, and deep peace began to run into my life effortlessly. It doesn't have to be hard. It can be flawless, effortless, and simple. But it starts with my decision to drop the old baggage and step fully into the vision of me that has always been waiting. Me being here and doing self-reflection when I have the space, the sweet space, I am reminded that every single day is my invitation to start fresh. I don't need permission from anyone else to become the person I have always known I am. I just need to return to the present moment, clear out what doesn't serve me, and choose again. Take a deep breath right now with me. Release the tension in your shoulders. Let go of yesterday. Stop worrying about tomorrow and ask yourself, who am I selecting to be right now? Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. If this video resonated with you, give a like, drop a comment, share where you are creating space in your life right now. And don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, stay present, stay grounded, and remember how much power you hold